Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam. I'm your host BringItDon. It's been a few days since I was on vacation, but we're back. Oh wait, yeah, let's make some herb tea. The hunger's good, but do I have to drink it right away? Either gain a +1 to endurance or poison yourself. Spoil it. Hey, my luck triggered, even though I only have 1 luck. A wonderful taste. You feel stronger somehow. You gain some important culinary experience. Let's warm up some canned food. Dating from ancient tin, you restore some invaluable health. No, I don't need to do that right now. I can always do that later. Supposedly you can hit like Alt to highlight things. I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna check around the outside real quick. Maybe it's like Alt and like left click or something. Oh, you can actually like move your camera like this. I did not realize that. Interesting. Okay. See, I'm learning. This is nice. I'm like a okay. Alt and the highlights green like that. That's cool. Some waste paper. That's actually pretty valuable stuff. I don't know if I can use it for anything or not. Who are you? Before you stands a muscular man with a buzz cut, wearing a dusty t-shirt. On his wide, naked shoulder there's a simple yet expressive tattoo. The word Mama encircled by a bleeding arrow-pierced heart. His pouty face doesn't show any interest toward you. His immediate eyebrows almost connect when he deducts you're about to speak with him. Hey there, can I ask you some questions? Or some more questions? More questions? You know what? I'm just gonna speed through it real quick, see if like, maybe he can join me or something. If there's unique dialogue. Yeah, what did he say? I don't know what he's talking about. Alright, let's find the guy that I'm supposed to talk to here. His name eludes me. Head of the bandits, Dan. No stuff in there I can loot. Some nails. Some ammunition and... Okay, more ammunition. Yeah, I'll take it. Waste paper. Some corned meat. So that's a thing that I've been missing. Corned meat. I need to add that to my everyday food. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Don't worry about what I'm trying to say. I lost my train of thought. So I'm just around making sure there's nothing else I can steal. Like that. Is he gonna get mad if I try to steal this? Some dice that I'm not gonna use for anything. Alright, there's a building over here. Let's check that out before I go talk to Dan. I like his lamp. Oh, is this Dan? So this might be Dan. Look at that mustache. Before you stands a tall man in a dusty suit with a leather holster on his hip. He looks nothing like the rest of the men out here in this abandoned factory. He stands straight, his hair is combed, and his eyes radiate intelligence. On seeing you, he fixes his tie and says in a calm, measured tone, "I'm listening." Dan, I presume? The same. And who are you? Your real name, please. Den. It's supposed to be Dan. Dan strokes his large mustache and looks at you straight in the eye. You start feeling uncomfortable. He almost peers straight into your soul with his cold gaze. Yeah, Donald. Yeah, why not? The boss writes your name in a small notebook. Then he looks at you as if waiting for you to keep on talking. I was sent here by Kosoi. Kosoi. It's about a job. Oh, I see. Why did Kosoi think you'd make a good candidate? You see, we're looking for a very specific type of person. I had a thief's passport. So you're one of those types. Well, fine. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. You looking for a job? Let's ask you some questions first. And see you're a connoisseur of good humor. Oh goodness, stop. Sorry about that. I have an alarm for some reason. I never have an alarm set. That's weird. I apologize. Or just plain stupid. I answer your questions only after you do the deed. Alright, yeah, let's talk about the job then. Job. The boss clicks his tongue. I have a job for you. No. Better call it a test. Look, go to the main facility where we made our barracks. In there, go looking for a locked door. In front of it, there'll be 2 guards. Talk to the one they call Shishak. He will give you the rest of the instructions. I nod silently. I made a few words, yes? That's good. Be sure to return when you're done. We'll discuss your future. Alright, so into the main facility. They said 2 guards, right? You talk to one of these 2 guys. I'll talk to the guy in the jacket. You see a short, nimble guy who keeps watch in front of some undistinguished door. He quietly talks with his comrade, but upon seeing you, waves his hand in salutation. He looks at you with a crooked smile. Hi there, Chief. Hi, Dan sent me. Are you by any chance Shishak? He looks at you with a sly grin on his face. Dan sent you to talk to Shishak? Let's assume that you found him. He told me to speak with Shishak about a test assignment. Very interesting. And it would be even more interesting to Shishak if you would tell him that. Or maybe you just did. I don't know. He gives you a mysterious smile. Listen, are you really Shishak? Your reaction is kind of odd. The man looks at you quizzically. Let's assume that I'm really Shishak. The key word is assume. Listen, my friend, now is not the time for jokes. I was sent here by your boss, and he is not the guy to play games with. The man stares at you and shrugs his shoulders. Alright? Yeah, you need to ask Shishak for your assignment. That I understand. But where is Shishak? Well, you're in luck. You can talk to him right now. Maybe, or maybe not. Cut the crap. Are you the one I need to talk to or not? Easy there, big guy. I was just pulling your leg. You need to speak with that dude over there. He points you to a man next to him. Before you stands a broad-shouldered man with cold, cruel eyes. He quietly talks about something with his comrade, but at the sight of you, he turns and looks at you from under his brows. There's an unpleasant smile on his face. Looks like he's planning something malicious about you. Hi, Dan sent me. Are you by any chance Shishak? Maybe yes, or maybe no. What did Dan say to you? Dan just told me to speak with Shishak. The man spits and looks at you with a cold stare. At last he shakes his shoulders and takes out a bunch of keys. He reluctantly begins to sort them out. Well, here I am, son. Shishak himself. Don't pass out from excitement. Wait patiently. Shishak starts whistling to himself. He's checking the keys for the second round and has absolutely no plans to somehow accelerate this process. We need to unlock this door, son. And as you can see, there's a whole ocean of keys on this ring. A good portion of them did not open anything at all in the camp. Just been there when I found it. I never get around to sort them out. Hope you understand. Yeah, wait patiently. Shishak yawns and lazily crunches his neck. He then proceeds to search for the right key. He does not hurry, periodically throwing up some meaningless phrases to a man that stands next to him. He is obviously taking his time. What is the correct one? I can't seem to remember. Heck, excuse me, son. It's a bit awkward, really. Yeah, real awkward. Nod silently. Time flows. Feels like Shishak already forgot about the right key, about you, and everything in the world. He deliberately, slowly, and thoughtfully drives his finger along the bunch, stretches, and only occasionally raises his eyes at you to slightly grin. Finally, he snaps his finger and takes out an unremarkable brass key. Oh, here it is. Well, you see how fast I am. No need for nagging, boy. Finally. Before you stands a mustachioed man in his 40s. He is white as a sheet, and his captors had put a gag of dirty cloth in his mouth. His arms and legs are bound with sweat-soaked rope. He looks around the room with desperation, periodically stopping his gaze on you. It is obviously that the only way to free him is to cut the ropes. Is there anything else I could do? Okay. Looky here, kid. We keep our guests in this room. He swiftly squats in front of the prisoner, making him instinctively recoil in the opposite direction, and shrink even more than before that. Shishak then starts rhythmically clapping his hands near the prisoner's head. The prisoner winces with every clap. He was a little tense. His silence made no sense. I saw the little piece of crap and put him in a body bag. Ha! Why are you so antsy? Stop shivering. Look me in the eyes, you stupid frick. The prisoner blinks in fear and carefully raises his watery eyes on Shishak. The bandit clicks his tongue and dabs his large fist to the prisoner's face. The prisoner shuts his eyes, but Shishak only grins and dusts off his pants. He looks at you and spreads his hands. He's a nervous fellow, and a bit of a taciturn. Right? That's how you pronounce it? I think it's taciturn. But maybe it's because of the gag. Who is he? Some schmuck from Otradnoye. Talked a lot, cut a wide swath about his money. But was it worth it? I don't think so. So now he's sitting in our luxury apartment, and believe me when I say that in the beginning I was cautious with him. Just gave him a couple of quick chin checks, that's all. But he kept screaming, something in the lines of, I said some stupid things, I have nothing on me. He's bluffing, I'm telling you. Okay, what do I need to do? Look here, your job is easy peasy. Shishak reaches into his bosom and gets a polished TT gun. He hands it to you, grip forward. Here's a gun. It has one bullet. Here's this mutton head. The rest is up to you. I give you full carte blanche. Carte blanche. I swear I know how to say that. You may kill him right away, or excruciate him first. Do as you want. I don't really care since he keeps harping on the same string. I have no money. I'm not a millionaire. Only the grave can fix him, or some vigorous beatings on important organs. The bound prisoner begins to shudder. He mumbles something with a gag still in his mouth. He looks at you with a mixed expression, with hope and fear at the same time, but more with fear. Shishak walks a couple of steps and begins to watch with interest. The second thug joins him. I could fight my way out of here. That doesn't seem like a good idea, though. Hit the prisoner with the pistol grip. You swing and hit the bounded prisoner with the pistol grip. The man silently shrinks and instinctively hides his head in his shoulders. Shishak grins and a wink at his companion. Look at this guy. Heh, that's a man who enjoys what he's doing. Let's hit him again. I don't want to kill him. Hit the prisoner with the pistol grip. I could try to free him. But is that going to turn everyone hostile? Aim at the prisoner. You raise the gun at the prisoner. The bellman begins to quietly whimper and slowly creeps away from you. You can read pleading and fear in his deer-like gaze, which is fixated on a muzzle of the gun. I'm gonna shoot you in the leg, bud. You pull the trigger and nothing happens. Instead of a shot, you only hear a clicking sound. The magazine is empty. You look at Shishak in astonishment, while the unscathed captive quietly sobs on the floor. I cannot read. Shishak cheerfully winks at you and takes the gun from your hands. Ha, you thought it was loaded, son. What a clown. This lucky bastard can still come in handy. I feel that he didn't tell us everything. You also demonstrated yourself from an interesting angle. Try to just shoot him in cold blood. Yeah. So I don't know what that says. The man calls his friend and whispers something in his ear. He then slaps him on the back and Chenier darts off and runs out of the room. Now go. Let's see what Dan will have to say about all of this. He has some interesting tests here. I wonder if it's possible to free him, because that's the merchant, or the handyman, or whatever, from that first town. It's ready. I've done the test. Dan nods, extricates a notebook from his inner pocket, and consults his mysterious notes. Then he hides it back in the depths of his jacket and looks at you. We both know that already. You're a curious case. Why's that? You strike me as a man who could kill a person without thinking twice. I'm interested in what was driving you. Go on, tell me. I didn't want to kill him. Maybe hurt him a little, in the worst case. Ah, so that was your plan. I see now. It's even humane in its own way. So it means that you don't want to kill, but but a need arises, you have no scruples about shooting someone. So your way of thinking is clear, but the question then arises, how can I use you? I continue. Yeah, it's for you to decide. Okay, so I had a different task in store for you. Seeing as you have such a sober mind, there'll be something else for you to do. It requires using not just your muscle, but perhaps your brain power. Alright, give me the details. So I've had a visit recently. 3 brothers came in asking for a job, like in a fairy tale. The eldest was smart, the middle one was neither smart nor stupid, and the youngest was slow as a snail. All 3 were rather unpleasant, but nothing too horrible. An average level of the post-apocalyptic cruelty. I wanted to test them. You see, there's a little farm under our protection, not too far from here. Its residents got too carefree, so I sent these brothers to levy the tribute they owed me. The problem is, quite a lot of time has passed since, and I haven't heard from them. I want you to find out what happened to the 3 brothers. They might just as well be dead. What then? Well, I want you to know for sure whether they're dead. In case you find the murderers, fair retribution is up to you. But I advise against any unnecessary heroism. Or perhaps they just failed the task and flew the coop. This is very probable. Your task is to find out what fate befell them. Alright, where should I start? For starters, I'd visit the farm they were heading to. Ask the farmers what they know and whether they've seen the brothers at all. Give me your map, I'll show you where it is. You hand the map over to Dan? Yeah, okay. This is the place. Have you got your task? You have. Now go. Yeah, I want to talk about the captive. Now that's interesting. What did you want to discuss? Who he is? What is he doing here? Or did you want to bail him out? I mean pay his ransom. Can I free him? Sure, but not for free. Twist it all you like, but he did break the law. An unwritten one, but still. While we investigate, he must be kept behind bars. If someone kind enough to bail him out doesn't show up, that is. What is the price of freedom, friend? What do you think? In terms of cash, I mean. 200 rubles. Wow, you think life is that cheap? I should flog you for your lack of ethics. All jokes aside, though, 500 rubles and he walks out of here. No barter, no funny stuff. Just money, pure and simple. Yeah, maybe there's a way I can get him off your hands cheaper. What do you think, Denisovich? He's not worth your time. You're just wasting food on him. Thought I told you. No funny stuff. That means no barter, boy. If you have 500 rubles, pay up. Otherwise, take a hike. There's no persuading me. Do I have that much money? How much money do I have? Because I'll pay for his freedom. Why not? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, here's the money. Hand over the sum to the leader of the bandits, and he counts it, repeatedly wetting his fingers with saliva. Finally, he nods and tucks the money into his shirt. After doing so, he gets out a small piece of paper, writes something on it with a stubby pencil, and gives it to you. Here, show this note to Shishak, and he will free the prisoner. Alright, yeah, let's get to know the guy in charge of the bandits here. He even has a picture of himself hanging on the wall. Now, tell me about yourself, if it's not a secret. Dan looks at you suspiciously, but apparently you've been able to win him over, and he's ready to answer. Well, okay. Don't really know why, but I like you, mate. I think I'll tell you. So before the war, I worked for the KGB. I was just listening in silence. Yeah, in the first few years after the war, I saw quite a lot. Quite a lot. So it became clearer and clearer my purpose was to put everything in order. Not for other people. Dan looks aside. He is tired and sad. He droops and looks nothing like a tough gang leader anymore. As if heavy armor has disappeared and his vulnerable body is exposed. Not for other people. First of all, for myself. Because without a purpose, life is meaningless. Empty. It makes no difference if you exist at all. None whatsoever. And I didn't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. I'll leave my mark. History textbooks will mention me as a prominent politician and combat leader of the early 21st century. I agree. It's important to have a purpose. Everyone should have their own purpose. Dan shoots a cold glance at you and shrugs, ostensibly indifferent. Right you are. Good that you understand we all should have a purpose of our own, because there will always be enough people to invent a purpose for you. And it might as well get stuck in your throat like a bone. He shakes the dust off his once white jacket in a dignified movement and tucks his thumb behind his belt. Other questions? What do you think about this camp? A good place if you want to keep an eye on the lands around and keep up with the latest news. It's practically a castle. Pity there's no well here, but I think we can arrange that too. How's the brigade doing? Dan looks at you angrily and strokes his bushy mustache. He's disgruntled. Still, apparently you've been able to make an impression on him, because eventually he says, "Ah, good. I believe you do have the right to know. At the moment, the situation is as following. De facto, the Krasno Chamber of Commerce has recognized us as its official representatives in this area. This means they don't stick their nose in our affairs, and we let their caravans pass. And if everything goes according to plan, soon these fat cats will recognize us de jure too. This will enable us to operate openly and also influence the politics in Krasno. I don't doubt for a second they will indeed recognize us. They don't have the stomach to be at odds with my team. Rumors? Krasnov Syndrome. Alright, well, let's go to that farm. Let's go release the prisoner first, because he's going to go back to Otradnoye. There's a pricey endeavor, but maybe it'll be worth it. Probably not, though. I came here for the prisoner. Shek raises his eyebrows in surprise. You don't say. And can you prove it? Do you think that bum can come to me and say that? That any bum can come to me and say that? Here's a note from Dan. Shishak takes the note, throws an incredulous look at you, and frowns at it a little. He looks at you again, twists the note in his hands, and finally shrugs his shoulders with indifference. Well, everything seems to be in order. Okay, wait a second. He takes his knife and quickly cuts the ropes that bound the hands and feet of the prisoner. Okay, well, bye. So the prisoner leave? The man nods and sniffs, glancing nervously at the surrounding area. Oh, hey, brother. What's what? How are you feeling? Oh, is he with me now? Considering the circumstances, quite well, actually. Knock a wood. Nothing to complain about. Okay. Yeah, follow me. Okay. Oh, can you move out of the way? That's cool. Okay, so he has more health than me by 1. But he is following me. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe I should take him back to Otradnoye first. Before he dies. Did he stop following me? What's going on? Forgot how to control my game. Oh, there he is. What are you doing? Follow me. There you go. Alright, let's get out of here. Can I give him anything? I want him to have some sort of equipment. Can I... Can I not barter with him or anything? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, disappointed there's nothing I can, like, do with him. I like to give him, like, a pistol or, like, the broken glass bottle, which I'm assuming is a melee weapon. Alright, game was auto-saved. Where is this, the farm? Looks like a farm. I'd like to get up to Otradnoye first. Drop him off if I can. If he can be dropped off there. If he can't, I mean, so be it. But yes, meet the Caravaneers. I don't have as much money as I had, but that should be fine. Now, what you got, buddy? Nothing worth buying, it seems. Have one of these. So I was holding on to that for when I had the next skill. Hold on to that. Where's the waste paper at? So I'm gonna sell all that stuff here. All that stuff. Probably not gonna do any crafting. Where are your rubles at? I'll take it. Alright. Guess we'll get out of here now? How do I get out of here? I'm assuming there's nothing here I can loot. It's just a random encounter area. Probably wrong though. Thank you. Here, I need to eat something as well because I'm taking damage for hunger. But yeah, I want to drop off the I guess the handyman is what he is. Need to find actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and take stuff from the treasury. I'll assume that there's a fire here, right? Actually, no, that one guy probably has a fire out there next to his thing, right? Where is he at? That's the old stash that I found. Is this side the fisherman? Where is that dude that lives outside of town? Here he is. I need to use this. Never mind, the guy decides to show up. I'll make some canned meat. Not hungry, and I gained 1 health point. Hot dog. Alright, let's what if I talk to the head and say that I rescued the guy? Maybe he'll give me compensation for saving the technician, who I don't see anymore. He's at my party. Yeah, freed a captive in their camp. Yes, that was Steblov, our village mechanic. I stopped him on his way back to the village and interrogated him. When I did this, it became apparent that you were the one to thank for his return. Thank you so much, deep from the heart of our friendly collective. And if you want to find him in person, better check near the water tower, where he is supposed to be working. If he won't be there, check the tavern. Speak to him when you have the time. Glad to help. Okay, so how about the reward now? Yes, let me just find the... Aha! Hey, you gave me 500 rubles back. And a lot of experience. With all due respect, Comrade Kovalov, could you add some more money to this reward? It was an extremely risky mission, as you know. Okay. Alright, cool. So I got my money back at least. That's not a big deal. Let's see if we can talk to him, because they said I was supposed to talk to him if I find the time. The water tower, I think, was over here. Yep. Okay, I already talked to him about that. Hey bro, I see you got to the village A-okay. I also just came from the factory. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye at the last time you saw me. I just wanted to get back home so badly. Shrug his shoulders indecisively. The man looks down and scratches the back of his head. Listen, thank you for saving me. I don't know how long I'd last with those frickers. I must say though, when I saw you entering the cell, I thought I was a dead man for sure. And when you pulled the trigger, I made peace with my gods. But you probably did it because you knew the gun wasn't loaded. Should I look him in the eye and say nothing? Yeah, let's do that. The man licks his lips nervously, chuckles and shakes his head. Well, yeah. Doesn't matter, right? I'm here, aren't I? Thanks for saving me. Yeah. Hey, I need to thank you for the rescue somehow, right? Look, brother. Most people around think I'm poor, but it's not true. I'm actually really handy, and I don't repair stuff just for the village. I have a stash. It's an empty old house behind the gates, filled with all sorts of garbage. This is where I keep my lockbox. There's a switch left of the entrance. Push it and you'll see a light coming from under the old bed. Push it out of the way and boom, you're in my personal little cellar. The safe is in there, welded to the floor. This is where I keep all my extra cash. The code is 5184. Not hard, right? Only 4 digits. Take everything I keep inside. Don't be shy. There's not a lot of money in there, but I hope it'll help you in your travels. The man hits himself in the chest proudly. Yeah, how'd you become a prisoner at the bandit camp? My loose tongue and vodka. Darn them. I actually swore not to drink anymore. That stuff nearly killed me. What was it you said? Haven't you heard? I was running my mouth about wealth. Told everyone I had millions. I'm ashamed to remember it. I was telling everyone this crap for no reason. An empty bravado. A group of soldiers came through the village recently. I kind of talked a few of them into drinking with me. We drank a few glasses each. Their tongues loosened. They started telling me that they were from Adam, a legendary government organization. I didn't believe a word they said. But then they told me that their troop marches to a lost bunker somewhere to the north. They said they only wanted to put it on their maps, take some old tech and move on. This is when I got this bright idea to follow them and loot the place after they leave. And where is this bunker? I already know about it, okay. Did they tell you anything else? God darn amateurs. Yeah, they were kind of chatty. Though in their defense, they were drunk as sailors. They also told me that. Well, they had some, what's the word? Miscommunication in their group. Like one of the team knew something that the others didn't. And my boon companions were from the later part. So half the group knew something, but kept their mouths shut, and the other half was in the dark, so to speak. Okay. Fascinating. Well, let's go open up his stash. This is exciting. So I knew I couldn't get to this building previously, but I assumed that there just wasn't anything inside. Crap, where's it at? Here it is. Or could I get in here? No, I don't remember. How I've been recording. Alright, we're gonna do the stash and then we're gonna call it an episode. The next one we'll probably head to the farmstead, or to the farm and deal with that. Let's get the stash first, and then. So there was a thing to the side somewhere. Did I already open this stuff? Yeah, this is where the lock thing was at. Oh, here it is. Alright, and it should be a way inside, right? Just to walk on top of it? Yep. I think he said the thing was 5184. Oh, let's pick up everything. Because everything can be bartered. Quite the toy. You must be a nutcracker, right? But where's your sword? So I wonder if I give him a sword if something's gonna happen. I can't take this bottle? Guess not. Some rope. Rope is always useful. A wooden assault rifle. So I wonder if I give that... What's up with the music in here? It's very ominous. Can I not give him the wooden gun? Interesting. He says 5184. A duffel bag. Bags such as this were part of the equipment for soldiers and sergeants in the USSR. Okay, so plus 10 to carry weight. Cool. A decent amount of rubles. Corn seeds. So you definitely come out ahead here if you save him. So yeah, spend the 500 rubles to rescue him. You come out 213 rubles ahead. What do you do with this darn nutcracker, though? It says it's sword. I have a wooden rifle. How do I interact with it? Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. I'm gonna fiddle with this and try and figure this out. And the next episode, we'll see if there's anything I can do to give him like the wooden rifle that I have in my hands. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.